a reader stated an interest in making a SketchUp model of a very comfortable family rocker. The original rocker was made in the early 1900s by the Northwest Chair Company in Tacoma, Washington. The reader assembled a SketchUp file but ran into difficulty with all the component angles and how to fit them into the 3D space. So I would like to show how I would tackle this kind of a project. It's always nice to have some good photographs of the piece of furniture, but in this case the reader was able to send me some very rough pictures, very rough sketches of the chair. And there's a side view and then the front view here and the top view. You can see where I have traced over the major components and shapes to start the modeling process. The next step then was to combine the shapes, like in this case the front leg, and here is the front view and then the side view expanded, and then I ran the intersection, or in this case the solid tools, to extract the final leg component. And of course this has all kinds of compound angle shapes on the end. I did the same thing for the side rail using the top view and then the side view, and ran the intersection. I'm using the split function that is shown here in Solid Tools. For those of you using Make SketchUp, you can do all of this with just the normal intersect functions. And here are the arms being built using the top view and the side view combined and intersected to achieve the final component shape. And then there are the back rails and crest rail. First the crest rail over here, there's the top view, and then the front view combined, intersected, resulting in the half of the symmetrical crest rail. Over here we have the lower back rail, and resulting in that half symmetrical piece. So with those major components then, I was able to put them together to assemble the rocker. But what I started to worry about is how would I show the joinery, the connections of these components. You can see the splay of the front legs in two directions, and then the compound angles required at the ends of the leg to meet up with that curved rocker. And I have a flat place on that rocker where this leg meets in that surface. And then, for example, having a dowel for the connection. But how do you work in the shop? So I created this dimension view, perspective view of the leg blank with these extra extensions that make this leg blank cut off at the ends square. And this allows me then to determine critical dimensions to cut that. Here's the top view with some critical dimensions that I can mark out around the perimeter of the leg and make that compound angle cut. Same is true here at the lower connection at the rocker. I've got these dimensions now from the squared off blank to make that compound angle.